Hey, I just want to show you how to cheaply bore sight your gun. Right now you're looking down the bore of my AR-15 at a black dot about 23 foot away on the far wall. Now that's looking straight down. I got the receiver off, looking down through the bore at that black dot on the far wall. Right there's the black dot. Okay. Have this mounted in my handy dandy little vise here. I tried to do this. I went looking on the internet and trying to get some help. Well, initially I was trying to bore sight looking at that target right there with the table sitting like right over there. I was way too close. So I watched a video on YouTube, and there isn't very many of them. They were saying, you know, try and get 25, 30 foot away, put a dot. Oh, well, hell, I was too close. Because I tried to crank my scope down. Well, I cranked the thing all the way down, and it wasn't anywhere close to the bullseye. I was like, what in the hell, you know? Went up and started doing some research on it, and thought, well, shit, I'm too close. So I come down, move everything back. I'm back about as far as I can get. This is our downstairs family room. Have just the upper. I'm using my older camera because it seemed to work a little better in this situation, this application, trying to film this going down. But you know, I came down, moved this table back over here, put the dot on the wall. You know, I got two poles here, so I'm like, well, I can get pretty close. I go over and I poke that dot on the wall, set all this up in here, and I have to move the vise around to find the dot. Well, I found the dot, and it's just like in a scope, your eye will automatically try to center it. Find the dot, get it centered in the bore, look up in my scope. Look at that shit. That's that dot. And the freaking crosshairs are right on it. So I'm assuming, you know, that ought to be good enough to at least get me on paper. But it's pretty important to have, you know, some kind of a mounting system like this of some sort. I mean, this thing here is very, very inexpensive compared to many of them. Gun's in there nice and tight, you know. And I hope that worked. But I was a little bummed out whenever I had the table set up. Shit, I had the thing clean up here. I was like right here trying to, you know, do this on this target. And I could only get the crosshairs. I cranked them all the way down. I could only get them down to about here. I couldn't get them down here. So I was like, what the shit, you know? So went up. I was like, well, I'm too close. So I had already cranked this scope back up, you know, because I had cranked the thing all the way down to the maximum downward. So I cranked the thing, I don't know, quite a few turns, not as many as I took it from the factory, but man, couldn't believe it. I looked through there, I was like, what the hell is that? Like, dude, you're already on the dot. Crazy. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I have one of them old Tasco Boresighters. I went and got that out of the RV. Stuck it in the end of the barrel here. Has the little head that comes up. Well, that ain't near high enough. I was like, well, now what the hell am I going to do? So then I started this little setup right here. Yeah, we'll find out if it works. I mean, from what I've seen online, I mean, that should get me on paper. I'm assuming at 25 yards. I don't know if I'd try it at 100, but 25 or 50 yards, it ought to get me on paper. So anyway, guys, that's it. Just wanted to show that little tidbit. Take care, and we will talk to you later. See ya.